compared to actual general managers, us NBA fans or media know nothing at all. Okay, that is a bit exaggerated because I am the smartest NBA and basketball fan of all time.
Oh, okay, so you...
But every year, Adam Silver and the NBA fly to each city to ask every single GM their predictions for that next season. And sometimes they get it spot on, and other times it ages terribly. So today I figured, why not go through multiple of these years? As you can see, we go all the way back to 2002, and we can laugh at some of the predictions or just be impressed whether or not they got it right. And while the season is still fresh in our mind, I figured we just go with last year to see the predictions and see how it aged. With the first question being, who will win the 2024 NBA Finals, as the Boston Celtics were tied for number 1 with the Denver Nuggets. One of my favorite things to see in these polls is the underdogs. As you can see, the Dallas Mavericks are nowhere to be found. We did expect the Boston Celtics to be in this situation, along with a lot of these other teams besides the Suns and Clippers. Like, what are we doing? I know that the Clippers are done being in these predictions because Paul George is gone, but the Phoenix Suns are this new team. I talked about it in my last video where it's like everyone is just overhyping them and overrating them every single year. It is crazy to see that the Timberwolves and OKC Thunder and Dallas Mavericks and all these teams that really shocked us last year are nowhere to be found. That is pretty cool. Who will win the 2024 MVP? Nikola Jokic was the winner of not only the award, but also this prediction as well. Honestly, not that bad of a list. Besides Anthony Davis being here, I don't know exactly what he'd be doing in MVP conversations. If you were starting a franchise today and could sign any player into the NBA, who would it be? With 33% of these GMs saying Nikola Jokic. Listen, I know Nikola Jokic is one of the best players in the world, but picking a 29-year-old to start your franchise is a bit insane. That's all I'm going to say. I love the Victor Wembanyama pick right here. Anyone who is starting their franchise with Stephen Curry in this modern day, what are you doing? I think we need to drug test whoever voted for him. What player is most likely to have a breakout season? Anthony Edwards, solid vote. I mean, that did actually happen. Paolo Banchero did have himself a great year as well. Same with Tyrese Maxey. Cade Cunningham didn't really shock anyone. Which one player acquisition will make the biggest impact, with 47% of the votes going to Damian Lillard? Listen, I say it in almost every single video. I am not doubting Damian Lillard until we get like 3 more years from him in Milwaukee. This was a huge adjustment for him. We know that he was missing his family. He's going through a lot of personal stuff as well. It's not shocking that he had a bad season. I'm excited to see a fully healthy year from both Giannis and Dame. So I don't think this is going to age bad at all, okay? Yes, Drew Holiday, Boston, and also Porzingis, Boston, ended up being better moves as of right now, right? But I think in the long run, Damian Lillard is going to end up being a great move for Milwaukee. I just can't believe that Bradley Beal is even anywhere near the top 5 in this list. Which team will be the most improved? OKC Thunder won that vote as well, which for sure they were. The Houston Rockets is also a great selection as well. They were improved. I don't care if they just barely made it outside of the play-in tournament. They were an improved roster, and I think that this next season is going to be pretty huge for them. Rookie of the year, Victor Wembanyama. Who will be the best rookie in 5 years? Victor Wembanyama. Who the hell is voting for Scoot Henderson in this vote? I'm not even a Scoot Henderson hater, but you really think he's going to be better than Victor in 5 years? Like, oh my god. Which team is the most fun to watch? We have the Denver Nuggets at number 1, which I personally disagree with. The Golden State Warriors at 2, and my Sacramento Kings at number 3. This is by far the only right selection here. Okay, also the Kings taking 13% on the best home court advantage. I will take that. There is absolutely no doubt the team with the most promising young core is the OKC Thunder. A lot of these aged correctly, right? It's only been 1 year, so I don't expect a lot of these to age poorly, but let's go back just a couple years and maybe look at some more that don't really look too good looking back on it. What year do I want to go back to? I did make a TikTok talking about the 2018-2019 season, and I don't want to go too far back because I feel like we should stay in our current era. I don't want to go back to where they're talking about like how Kobe deserves to be the MVP. So even though I already did 2018 to 2019, I say we pick the year that is by far the most difficult to predict, with that being the bubble run. As you can see right here, we have Kawhi Leonard coming off that championship from just a year before, or I guess the year that they did this. Starting with who is going to win the 2020 NBA Finals, with the LA Clippers leading at 48%. Granted, they did pretty good in the bubble. Now, there were a ton of rumors saying that they just wanted to go home, and that's why they choked that, run to the Nuggets, I think. The Lakers only got themselves 7% of the votes. Now, I feel like a lot of these are going to be really hard to say oh, that aged poorly, because so much happened and like so much was just out of anyone's hands. If you were starting a franchise today and could sign any player in the NBA, who would it be? Giannis, of course, getting a majority of those votes. There's no doubt about that. I do like the 7% going towards Luka, though. I'm glad that he got some representation. Which player is most likely to have a breakout season? De'Aaron Fox getting that 19%. Love that. I don't think he had too much of a breakout season compared to like what we saw from him last year. Hey, I love seeing some Sacramento Kings representation there. Who is the best point guard in the NBA? Steph Curry, of course, going to take that. Best shooting guard, James Harden. Best small forward, Kawhi. Best power forward, Giannis. And best center, Nikola Jokic. Which team made the best overall moves? Obviously, it's going to go to the LA Clippers. They got themselves Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. That's also part of the reason why they were so highly up on the, who's going to win the championship as well. What one player acquisition will make the biggest impact? Of course, Kawhi Leonard is going to be up there for the LA Clippers, coming off of that Toronto Raptors championship, with Paul George sitting just right below him. Also very underrated, but Anthony Davis sitting right in the middle, and as we all know, ended up actually winning the championship that same year. Oh my God, we got the rookies for this year. Zion wins Rookie of the Year, no doubt. What rookie will be the best player in 5 years? That's kind of insane to think that we're almost 5 years now from this poll. Actually, are we? Because it was in 2019. Holy shit. Zion Williamson is not the best player by far. Neither is fucking Cam Reddish. I don't know what the hell he's doing up there, but Ja Morant, I would say, wins this now looking back on it, but obviously it makes sense that Zion was number one. I mean, good Lord, he was crazy. Who is the toughest player in the NBA? Steven Adams, OKC, 32%. That's actually fucking hilarious. Which player is the best leader? Damian Lillard in Portland at 41%. I guess because he's the only player there. I don't know anyone else who would step up to be a leader on that team. Very, very interesting for a season where no one knew what was coming. Lots of people thinking that Kawhi was going to go back-to-back, and they damn near did. I don't know. Maybe if the bubble never happened, we would have seen a Clippers championship. But damn, this is just so interesting to go back and look through. If you guys want me to go through any more of these years, comment down below which ones you want me to go through and look at. I mean, going back to stuff like 2011 must be crazy because it's like, who's going to win the finals? Oh, Miami, because they have LeBron and Dwayne Wade and all them. Like, that would be so much fun to go back and look at. So be sure to go down there, comment down below, comment down your opinions on a lot of these predictions or your predictions for next year so I can go back and look at those as well. So yeah, I will see you guys all in the next one. Later.